Hello, this video will explain how to get your DM32 and iOS device connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Make sure your DM32 gauge is enabled for Wi-Fi. If it is not, you may purchase the Wi-Fi upgrade that is required to use with this type of connection. First, we will connect our iOS device to the Wi-Fi network. Open up the Settings app. Select the Wi-Fi Settings submenu. From the list, select the Wi-Fi network that you will be using to connect the DM32 gauge and iOS device to. Wait a few seconds for the iOS device to connect to the network. Alright, now let's use the DM32 configurator to connect the DM32 gauge to the same network. To connect our gauge to a Wi-Fi network, we will use the DM32 configurator software, which you will find on the DM32 product page online at Retrotec.com. Once you have the software downloaded and installed on your PC, run the DM32 configurator. Connect the DM32 to your PC with a USB cable. Once connected, your gauge should appear in the box to the left of the window. This list will contain all of the gauges currently connected to the PC. The gauge will be selected automatically if it's the only gauge plugged in. If it is not, then select it from the list. Select the Network tab at the bottom of the window. This is where you can configure to which network you will have the DM32 gauge connect to. Change the network status to Wi-Fi join. Enter the network name, or SSID, that the gauge will be connecting to. The name should only contain letters A through Z, numbers 0 through 9, and dashes. No special characters, letters with accents, or spaces are allowed. If your network is secure, check the Secure Network checkbox. If you know the security type of your network, select the Advanced checkbox, and select the type of security from the list. For example, this network has the security type WPA2. Enter the password for the network. The same conventions follow for the password as for the network name. Only letters A through Z, numbers 0 through 9, and dashes are allowed. No special characters, letters with accents, or spaces are allowed. Once you have entered the password, check the security checkbox, and entered your network name, you can press Save to Gauge to save the network settings to the gauge. After that, you may disconnect the gauge from the PC. The DM32 network will be put in the Wi-Fi join status and will connect to the saved network once it is in range. You can change the network status on your gauge, and it will keep the network settings saved for Wi-Fi join. This setup is great if you have several other DM32s to test with at a location. This way, you can have multiple gauges connected to the same network and be able to test with different gauges through the app without having to switch gauges in the iOS settings menu. All you need to do is use the DM32 configurator and set up each gauge to connect to the same Wi-Fi network. This style of test is where this connection type works the best.